What up, y'all? It's TTAR, and today we're going to talk about something kind of scary, which is that Pokemon Legends ZA has apparently barely started development. Now, I'm going to say apparently because this info comes from the one and only, the greatest. Listen, cool. I made fun of you a lot over the last year, but I also said you the man and you carried Scarlet and Violet. How you gonna do me like this? Who's recently been quite wrong with some things. If this Pokemon work situation plays out, he was straight up wrong about ILCA was out long before, but we will get into that. He's tweeted some unusual things. And, you know, the title of this video is what he's claiming, and he's apparently got a source that's telling him the truth. But I want to test the title of this video because I don't know if I really agree with it. Remember, whenever I look at Ku's tweets and stuff, I want to figure how I see it. So there are 3 tweets in total that I'm going to show you that are about the title of this video. Let's get the ILCA one out of the way first. So yeah, let's just show this at the start. He was wrong here, right? So I'm going to show y'all a couple other tweets that Ku has made. These are the 3 tweets. Bro, why you tease Unova? Teasing and trolling, 2 sides of the same coin. Is it? I don't know, bro. There's a way to troll. I could tell you the way to troll, but I ain't gonna give you the secrets. The troll with the Hydropple being a potential bug type was good, but this one you kind of effed up on. Okay, so let's go on to tweet number 1, and I want to see what y'all think about this. Someone asks Ku, if you know, will all megas be in the game? I hope they don't do Mega Dexit. Well, chances are the 48 megas that are already in the game will probably be in this. Even stuff like Mewtwo, even if it doesn't exist then, it would be in the game program still for you to transfer in. That should be the case. Anyhow, Ku responds to this and says, the game basically got nothing done by far. Oh, I'm sorry? This is a wild thing to tweet. To me, this sounds ridiculous. Like, how stupid is Pokemon that they'd announce a game that they've barely worked on? That was my instant reaction when I read this. Let's go to tweet 2 though. Someone asks Ku another question about Lumio City, and Ku responds, it's too early to discuss this game, Legends EA. Afraid that you would face the whole area of Boundless Desert this year. Let's go to tweet 3. So responding to the game basically got nothing done by far, someone asks, isn't work started by 1 year ago? If game got nothing done by far, it will have less than the usual 3 years of development. They're pretty much saying what I was saying, right? Like, how could Pokemon announce something that they've barely started working on? At least they should be a good year deep into development progress. But Ku says, well, if that's the case, where's the game footage? So Ku's standing stern on this. He's saying, 1, they've barely started development. 2, you're not getting any information about it this year. You're gonna face the whole informationless desert. And point 3, if there was something done, why is there no gameplay shown to us? And on the surface, these are all fair points, but only for like 10 seconds. It's like a kid announcing something they're excited to do before they've even taken the proper first steps. There's no shot they're announcing Pokemon Legends ZA without a good amount of work done first. Enough work that they can set their timeline straight and be like, okay, we need this much more time to make the game. We have the story figured out. We started the programming on a lot of stuff. We're a good ways into where everything looks stable and it's a project it looks like we can complete. Let's announce the game now. Just say the game basically got nothing done by far sounds ridiculous. And then him saying, well, if they did get something done, where's the game footage is also ridiculous. They didn't show us game footage when Oraz was announced. Now, to be fair to his point, I can understand the idea that they are far from finished, but not that they've barely started. What did he say? The game basically got nothing done by far. You know how freaked out that would be for Pokemon? They have 2 years to make this game now. They should never have announced it. That is a setup for a disaster. If Pokemon legit did not start development on this game, 2025 is gonna roll around, they're gonna say we have to delay it a year. You see in BDSP how when they first showed it in trailers, it looked a certain way, and then near the end of the hype season, in the trailers, the gameplay looked a lot better. Well, that's because being able to show gameplay means you're done the majority of the game. Pretty much, if you're working on a game, you don't make the full sprites for your characters, you don't design the models and all, you make stick figures as placeholders for everything until you figure out the groundwork. So not being able to show gameplay is not indicative as they barely gotten anything done. And so this is why I opened with the ILCA tweet, right? Ku's in an unusual space right now where not everything he says sounds like it's correct. And I think this is one of those things that surely can't be right. Now, I do believe that we won't get much Legends A info this year, and it's because it goes along with the theory that I'll talk about in another video. So he's probably right on that, but think of how much of an ass Pokemon looks like. Mega Evolution's returning, guys. Pokemon Legends ZA, but all they've made is the logo. They haven't figured out what Megas are back in the game. They just put that animation at the end. That's like something I would do. That's like if my teacher asked me to send the homework, I show up with the preview of my homework. Oh, it's coming, teach. I got it all figured out. It's done almost. Games take a long time to make. I imagine even BDSP had a minimum of 2 years of development. I'd imagine more because it was ILCA's first major game that they were undertaking themselves. You tell me, but though, 2 minimum years for BDSP. Barely got anything done. Games coming out in 2 years for a Legends game? That ain't cool. But guess what? I'm an idiot. I don't got the insider source. So, you could prove me wrong. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you on the next one. There's something to talk about in terms of these tweets I just showed you. There's another side to it that's really interesting. So we'll get into that next time. Take care.